Okay, time to meditate.
Yo, Schuyler, what's up, man?
Oh my gosh! The date is Tuesday, March 15th, and my challenge to myself for this month is to meditate for an hour every single day for 7 days in a row. Now, maybe you're watching this and you're like, but Schuyler, this is a fitness channel. This is about weight loss. What does meditation have to do with that? So the big thing for me is that meditation and fitness in general is all about holistic, right? There's not just one way to do it. Like if you're looking at fat loss as calories in, calories out, you're ignoring the factors of stress and sleep and even nutrition and exercise on how that impacts calories. You're ignoring the psychology of weight loss, how if you're more stressed, you're more likely to make poorer decisions with your health, with nutrition, with exercise. And so meditation is one of those things that has massively impacted my life. And it's something I've been doing pretty consistently for maybe 4 or 5 years now. And when we look at meditation, meditation strengthens the part of your brain that's responsible for making decisions. It allows you to be more present. It allows you to stop living in the future or in the past as much, which if you're looking to the future, you're most likely more anxious. If you're looking to the past, you're most likely more depressed. And so with that presence, with the strengthening of the brain and just what it does for stress levels, for better sleep, there really are so many benefits to meditation. And so as an avid meditator, I've meditated for an hour before and it was a difficult challenge. It's been a couple years since then. And what I found is that these past few months, I have been very addicted to this guy, like picking it up throughout the day, continuing to scroll late at night. I'm very good with separating it from my bedroom so I don't lay in bed before sleep and scroll, but still I'll lay on the couch, I'll take breaks from my work, and I'll consistently be checking Instagram and Facebook. And I really want to master that. And I know a big part of mastering that comes with strengthening the mind for being able to be present and not just pulled into those urges. And so with meditation, if we look at the benefits, it's absolutely going to contribute to better consistency with your health and fitness. And it's also going to contribute to lower cortisol levels, which is going to allow your metabolism to pick up, your hormones to regulate, and so you have all these incredible benefits. Now, like I said, the date is Tuesday, March 15th, and I was supposed to start yesterday, and I procrastinated. I had a call that got rescheduled to the time where I scheduled in my meditation, and so I pushed it off to starting today. So not off to a good start. However, I'm doing 7 in a row. I'm making that happen no matter what. So today is day 1. We're going to move into 7 days. I want to document the experience. I want to document certain changes, how I feel before, how I feel after, everything along those lines. With that being said, if you are looking to simplify the process of health, subscribe to the channel. We've got awesome challenges like this every month. You can also head over to Instagram to follow me there to tag along because I document a lot on my stories. But besides that, make sure to tune in because we got more awesome stuff coming your way. So let's get into it. So the meditation that I'm going to be doing, because there are millions of ways to meditate, is just a simple standard mindfulness meditation. And what that means is I'm not going to be doing any ohms. I'm not going to be doing any mantras. I'm going to be sitting down. So that's a big goal for me, is I'm very restless and I tend to want to lay down. And usually when I lay down, I end up falling asleep. So I'm going to be sitting down and my goal is to just be present. That's it. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the past. But what a lot of people experience when they meditate is their mind goes other places and they feel bad about it, right? Like, oh, it's not working. I should be able to stay present. But if you've been an experienced meditator, you know the purpose of meditation is for your mind to go elsewhere so that you can bring it back, which strengthens the muscle. It's kind of like comparing if you go to the gym, you do a bench press, every rep you do, you're strengthening the chest. Whereas every time my mind goes somewhere else and I bring it back, I'm strengthening the presence of my mind. And so that's it. I'm literally for an hour going to be sitting there. I'm going to throw on some calming, peaceful music in the background, no words, anything else like that. And I'm just going to be as present as possible. When my mind goes elsewhere, which it absolutely will over and over and over, I'm going to do my best to bring it back to now. If I have a worry, if I have a stress, if I think of an idea or I have something to do or a reminder or anything, anywhere that my mind goes, my job is not to get stressed. My job is not to get frustrated. My job is not to go write things down, to take action, to get worried, literally just to bring my mind back to the present. And so for me, the easiest way to bring myself back to the present is just focusing on the breath, focusing on oxygen going in through the nose, out through the nose. Other ways for presence, you can listen for sounds. And you're not translating those sounds, you're not pulling meaning out of those sounds, you're just experiencing those sounds. You can feel physical touch, so feel your butt up against the chair, back against the chair, anything like that. But to me, breath is the simplest, and from what I've seen, it tends to be the most effective as well. So it is 1 p.m. I am going to go set my timer for an hour and get this first round started. So with that being said, let's do it. Okay, so I'm about to start meditating on the couch right here. I figured I'd light an incense just to set the mood. I'm going to play a little music. I thought I was filming, I lit it, and then I wasn't filming, so I had to restart it, but we'll get into it now. So let's go. So I hit record, made sure it was good, but the battery died very quickly. So we only got a 5-second clip from that experience, which we'll roll now. But wow, what a first round. So first of all, my brain was just continuously active pretty much the whole time. I had a few moments where it felt like I was falling asleep, and then I like jolted up. So I don't know if I was falling asleep. I don't know if I was going into a deep meditative state. Last 20 minutes or so were pretty difficult. I adjusted my positioning a few times. I still stayed sitting in the same area, but I was adjusting. And I did notice kind of like a point, like at the beginning, my mind was really everywhere, bouncing quick, kept bringing it back to the present. And then closer to the end, it felt like it was going places, but there was like nothing there. It was a really interesting experience. So day one, I feel very calm. I feel very grounded. I feel pretty energized, restored, honestly, but we've got 6 more days of this. So let's make it happen. Let's go. Hi. We're on day 2. I'm looking forward to this one. I think yesterday I was feeling a little just warm and off, and we got a kitty here, like I said. But yeah, I was kind of feeling like it'd be cool, but not really super cool. I don't know. Today I'm feeling it a lot more, so we're going to get to it in a second. So let's make it happen. All right, so once again, camera didn't film the whole thing, so I don't know what's going on, but another hour done. Rustled a few times near the end. Near the end, it was also kind of hard. My brain was wanting to calculate, like, how much time do I think I have left? I probably have like 10 minutes, 5 minutes. But for the most part, the beginning half was just enjoyable. I just spent that first portion really just tuning into each body part, working on relaxing it, and then the rest was kind of just focusing on my breathing. And yeah, my mind went elsewhere. Yeah, I probably had like 5-minute periods at a time where I was just on a train of thought before I caught it and brought it back. But that's what we're doing this process for, man. So I'm feeling calm, I'm feeling collected. Another day done, day 2. And tomorrow we will move on to the next day. So let's get it. It is March 17th, aka St. Patty's Day. Got my green on, aka day 3. As far as noticing difference, I feel a little bit more centered and grounded. It's nothing night and day where it's like, okay, this is 100% what's happened, but we're gonna see. Sleep has been great. Pretty much everything has been good. Nothing's been off. Nothing's been crazy, different, weird, anything like that. So day 3, let's get into it, and then we'll kind of check in how we feel. Okay, I'm going to do a quick recap while I'm still in this space. Today was interesting. So first of all, you can probably see it in the time lapse, but there's a few times where my head slowly dropped. I think I was going into a sleeping state. And the first thing happened day 1 as well. So that was interesting. Today, I had a really interesting epiphany realization while I was meditating. So my mind kept kind of going like, move, you have stuff to do, why are you doing this? So it kind of tried to keep pulling me out of that meditative state. And I remembered I had actually done this challenge 2-3 years ago with a group of friends, and I'm obsessed with understanding how to move the mind. I think perception is everything, right? If you're driving in traffic, you can either look at it as I had a long day, I'm tired, I want to get home, this guy cut me off, and you can be very negative. Or you can sit in traffic, you can make the most of it, turn on your favorite song, podcast, think, hey, I'm supposed to be in this traffic for a reason. Maybe if I was going full speed, I would have gotten in an accident. Maybe if I got home early, something bad would have happened. Like, you can change your mind and move your mind to get the most out of your experience, to be positive, to be negative, to be excited, to be stressed. And so when I did this challenge with my group of buddies, one of them was like, I'm having a really tough time. I'm busy as is, carving out an hour the whole time. It's just trying to pull me out of it. I'm having these negative thoughts. And my advice to him was, look, why don't you switch it? Rather than saying like, I have to sit down in an hour for this, why not say like, I get to? Like, yes, you're busy, but you have the freedom to spend your time how you want. Like, this is a time where you have an hour that's uninterrupted. You don't have to worry about work. You don't have to worry about family, friends. You don't have to worry about anything stressful. Like, even if there's stressful things going on in your life, within that space of an hour, nothing is going to impact you. And it really helped him the next day. He said it was a great shift. And so while I was in this moment, my mind was trying to get me out of it. And my advice to myself was just, you are so blessed. It's 3:47, so 2 o'clock, 2:30 on a Thursday. There's a lot of people who are stuck in offices that they just don't like their job. They don't have the freedom to do this. And, I'm grateful enough to be doing something that I love as a full-time job, and I get to have this time. So even if it was 7 p.m. when, I came home from work and had to do this, I still have the freedom to spend my time like that. And I'm still able to create that time where I carve out an hour for me, for my improvement, for reducing stress, for strengthening my mind. So it's something to keep in mind. And, if we're relating this back to fitness, you have the choice in those moments where you're feeling lazy or you don't feel like going to the gym to move your mind. You have the ability to think, I really don't feel like going to the gym, so maybe I'm not going to, versus, I don't feel like going to the gym, which is why today's a really important and making yourself go, because everything begins with a thought. The life that you create is based on the thoughts that you have. If you think good, positive, motivating things, you follow through, you do the things you know you're supposed to do, you're going to end up in a very different place than if you're negative. You fall prey to your feelings very easily, and you do the things that are easy in the moment but lead to hard things in the long run. So just keep that in mind. Whether you decide to add meditation or do a challenge like this or not, you have the ability to control your mind. And in moments where, maybe there's a donut in front of you and your mind says, hey, that looks really good, you have the ability, even though some people feel very out of control, but you do have the ability to move your mind. I'm going to feel more nourished and more energetic and healthy without eating that donut. So that was kind of my epiphany from today. We're on day 3, so moving on to day 4 tomorrow, and of course we're going to keep this going. So let's make it happen. Okay, we are about to enter day 4 of our meditation. I have a little hesitation to start this just because I got things to do. I don't want to sit down. I'm not looking forward to it, but it's that mental shift that I talked about. It's the mental shift of, I don't have to do this. I get to carve out an hour of my day and do literally nothing. Don't have to worry about work. Don't have to worry about anything. And so I'm going to do it. Let's get started. Man, today was probably the most difficult day for me. I don't know if you can tell in the time lapse, but I kept falling asleep, and I'm getting enough sleep. I don't know if that's a meditative state I'm going into, and then the movement kind of jolts me out, or if I'm legitimately falling asleep. But even though that felt like the shortest, I think because I was going deeper into that meditative state or potentially sleeping, when that end hit, it was super difficult. And I think it's funny how, I have no problem going to the gym for an hour every day and crushing a workout, but sitting in place and doing nothing is so hard for me. It's really interesting. My brain is just wanting to go everywhere. I didn't have too many moments during that where I was thinking about things. Like I was kind of just out of it for that hour. So I don't know if I'm also fasting. I didn't mention that. I'm on hour probably 21, 22 of a 1-day fast, which they don't normally impact me. I'm usually very clear-headed, and I'm not thinking about food or anything. I don't even feel hungry right now. And so that'll be a quick little intermission, is that if you're interested in simplifying the process of fitness, you're interested in learning about fasting, then just check the link in the description for a training we put together. But I'm sitting here, I'm feeling things. I'm not too excited to finish the rest of this, but I know this is impacting me in some way. I also think it may be the music that I was listening to. I was listening to sound bowl stuff, and that could have potentially just put me in a more meditative state, or put me to sleep, or whatever it is. So I think tomorrow I'm going to do it either without the music, or I'm going to try something different, something more calm and steady rather than something as intense as a sound bowl. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Day 4 is good to go, and after this we'll be moving on to the next. So let's get it. Okay, so I procrastinated. It's Saturday night, it is 8:15, and I planned in my meditation this morning, but then I ended up going on a hike, and then I completely forgot about it until I had dinner planned, so it was like an hour before, and didn't have enough time, and so finally getting to it, made it home, made some pancakes for dessert, and have digested a little bit, and now we're gonna be meditating. So it's 8:14. By the time I get set up, it'll probably be like 8:20 or something. So it's a little bit later, which I'm going to be intrigued to see how it impacts my sleep, if there's a noticeable difference in that. So I have been very social these past few days. I am an introvert, and being able to go, I had a social event last night. I met up with some people I never met this morning to hike, and then for dinner it was just a buddy. But I'm noticing I'm more present in conversations. I'm noticing I'm less in my head of, overanalyzing what I say, thinking, just overthinking, which is something that I tend to normally do. And so I am thinking that part of it is from the meditation. I can't say for sure, I don't have any evidence of that, but I seem to be a little bit more present, more aware, more conscious, and less of all over the place, anxious, all that. So we're on day 5 today. Day 5. I'm going to throw on some different music today to see if that impacts me falling asleep. It's also late. I also went to bed at 10 last night, which is a little late for me, and I woke up at 6 for my hike. So, I got enough sleep, but I'm still a little tired. I'm feeling it, but hopefully I'll be able to stay awake for this, and we will see. So let's get into it. Oh, man. So day 5 is a wrap. And that was by far the most difficult day. I learned 2 lessons. Number 1, planning is everything. With working out specifically for me, I'm so in tune with that as a habit. I don't really have to plan, I make it a priority. But with something like this, I had it in a scheduled time, something overlapped, and I completely threw it out and forgot about it until late. Right? Second thing, not every day's gonna be perfect, man. You could see in the time lapse, I switched positions, I moved a lot of times. I was in my head a lot of that experience, but I got it done, right? And that's all that matters, is getting it done. Yes, you're supposed to crush it. Yes, you're gonna have days where you don't feel great, but no matter what you do, it's all about continuing to go instead of making excuses, right? I could have made excuses. I could have said, it's late, I'm getting up early tomorrow for another hike, 6 a.m. I have all these things to do, so I could just procrastinate. I could just say I did it, or I could just push it to tomorrow and then extend it another day, but this is about showing up, and this is about a commitment that I made to myself and following through with that. So I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna get ready for bed, see how the night goes. We'll see if my sleep improves at all, but tomorrow's day 6 and I'm already excited for this challenge to be over. I'm gonna do my best to enjoy it, do my best to be grateful for that time to just do nothing, and yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. So I didn't technically procrastinate today. I've just been insanely busy, and so it's 9:10 p.m. and I'm about to start my meditation. So I'm usually in bed around this time, maybe a little later, like 9:30, 9:45. So I'm gonna be up a little bit later tonight, which I'm okay with because it's a commitment and it's day 6. So tomorrow's the last day. When I say I made the most of today, I really mean it. I was up at 6, got ready immediately to go for a hike in the morning, came back, got ready for church, went to his church service, went to go do some breath work in an ice bath. Ended up getting home from there around like 4 p.m. where I ended up cleaning up, going to the gym, and then I did client workouts, made dinner. So I had all this stuff going on, and now is my first free moment of the entire day, and I'm going to be meditating. If this was something that I had to do every day for the rest of my life, I could see this getting heavy, and I'm gonna have to definitely prioritize my schedule and make a lot of adjustments. Thankfully, it's just 7 days, so I'm okay with doing more of a sprint where I'm sacrificing a little sleep tonight. I'll probably end up sleeping in a little more tomorrow. But I feel good, man. Like the ice bath today, you know, it's my 3rd time doing it. First 2 times were difficult. This time was not that difficult. Could just be because my body's adapting because I've done it 3 times now. Could also be that I was able to drop more quickly into a meditative state and just forget about all the cold in my body. So yeah, a lot of stuff I'm babbling on, but it's time to get into the meditation. So let's get it. So I had 2 treats during that meditation. I guess technically 3. One being this kitty, the other being that kitty over there. And the third being that I was in the zone. I did not move my hands, my feet, or my butt that entire hour, which has not happened this entire time. That's a completely new record for me. My mind was going, and near the end I was starting to question like how much time is left, how much time is left. But for the most part, like it didn't feel crazy long. I didn't feel crazy restless. I did want to move at points, but I kind of made the commitment at the beginning, and it wasn't like a legit commitment that I said out loud, this is what I'm doing, but it was kind of just the intention of like, I'm not going to move during this one. I'm thinking it has to do a lot with the breath work and the ice bath that I did today, and just how that impacted my physiology and my ability to kind of quiet that mind that says, move, do something. Because obviously in the ice bath, everything inside you wants to get out, and you just kind of make the commitment to stick. I will say I'm still happy that this challenge is coming to an end tomorrow, but I will also say that I am very grateful for this challenge, and that it's been a really cool experience so far. It's been as I said, it's a challenge, but it's something I've really enjoyed to test myself with and to see how it interacts. And I really do feel socially, I'm a little more present. I feel like I'm less stuck in my head going all over the place. So tomorrow's the last day. I'm going to be spending most of the day at my social club I signed up for this week. So I'm going to be meeting a lot of people. So potentially I'll be noticing changes there. Going to be getting a lot of work done, but of course we'll fit that hour in. So day 6, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. We made it to day 7. Once again, busy day. It is 8:40, so we're going to be wrapping up around 9:45, 9:50ish by the time we get this done. I felt really good, man. I slept incredible last night. I am just kind of in the zone and in a very positive state. I'm excited for tonight. I'm hoping the kitties come up on me and cuddle again. That was fun yesterday. But I am just really excited to be in the zone and just feeling really, really incredible. Like in the zone, focused. I met a lot of cool people this week, and I think I mentioned this yesterday or a couple days ago that I'm not in my head. I'm very present in the conversation and just enjoying things. As far as would I want to keep it in my schedule, I would for the benefits, but as far as like the time trade-off with the benefits, right now it's just not a priority. I think 7 days is a good enough start, and after this I'm just going to maintain. I may even potentially maintain it like a 15-minute meditation as opposed to like 10 of what I've been doing. But I'm excited, man. I'm super excited. I'm grateful for this challenge to almost be over, and I know I'm going to be in a much more calm, relaxed state after this, so I'll check in after that, and then we'll check in tomorrow, but let's get this meditation in. So let's go. So clearly we don't have footage. It was working. I did the hour and I clicked it and it converted and it turned to 1 second. So we'll play that now. So unfortunately you don't get to watch the last day. That was the easiest day of all. That day was smooth like butter. Didn't move, stayed in place, stayed put, felt great. My mind felt clear. It felt in control. I didn't feel restless. I didn't feel like I had to speed through things. And I can tell that these meditations are improving my willpower, or have improved it, and it's only been 7 days. But it's also interesting because it's a catch-22, because if you're looking to use meditation to build willpower and you want to meditate an hour a day, it takes willpower to meditate an hour a day. So you kind of have to build up to that rather than just dive in. And you could dive in, you have the potential to try it, but I think for most people that sustainability comes in the 5-10 minutes. So I feel amazing. I feel incredible. I feel so happy. I'm glad it's over, but I'm also grateful it happened. And it's a challenge that I'm not going to forget. You know, I'm sure I'll do it again eventually. I don't think I'll do it this year again, but possibility that I will. I'm just glad, you know, it turned out really great. But day 7 challenge done. I'm gonna kind of collect my thoughts, sit in this tonight, and then I'll probably come back at you tomorrow or in 2 days to just talk about any noticeable effects or any thoughts that I have since then. So I appreciate you guys for following along. I'll see you soon. Hello. So clearly it's a little bit higher quality camera on this shot. We just got a new camera we upgraded, which I'm super excited about, so make sure you subscribe for some more awesome content. But the date is April 5th, and got my coffee, and we are about to kick it about this meditation challenge. So for me, this challenge was more about actually completing it and seeing how I would feel during it. And if I'm being completely honest, I haven't really meditated much since the challenge. I've done it a couple times, and it's been done in a class and guided a few times, and only a couple on my own. And I know I mentioned during it, you know, I like the benefits I'm getting from it, so I'm going to keep up 15 minutes. And now that I'm filming this, I'm realizing, like, holy crap, I didn't do it. I didn't follow through with that. So number one, this is my call to action to start meditating again, because I truly love how I feel on it. And long term, there's an absolutely noticeable difference in terms of my presence, my enjoyment, my ability to stay centered, to control my mind, to pull myself out of fight or flight. So I absolutely want to start doing that again. And I think that this is a great lesson on consistency. If you're trying to build muscle, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to change your body or build a habit somehow, what a lot of people do is they throw themselves all in. They go all in, right? The hour of meditation a day, the hour and a half workout starting from nothing, the long list of things to do to eat healthy and to stay focused and to achieve their physical goals. And what a lot of people end up doing is they end up burning themselves out, or eventually falling off and stopping completely. Whereas what I believe is the true key to success is those small steps daily. You know, one of my first personal development books I ever read was The Slight Edge. It's literally the first book on the left there. And this book is all about the tiny habits that you build and how 1% better every single day makes a massive difference. And it's not about doing everything all at once. And I believe that this applies here too. While I loved the days that I meditated, while it wasn't the easiest, but I always felt pretty solid after, as someone who's not ready to make the commitment to do an hour every single day, I see the value in minimizing it to 10 minutes, 15 minutes every single day, creating that consistency long term every day, showing up every day, as opposed to throwing myself into it, doing a ton of time to where I overwhelm myself. It feels like a lot, I burn out, and I don't do anything at all. So overall, this was a powerful challenge. I learned a lot about myself. It was cool to be able to just sit down and not move for an hour every single day for 7 days, and I absolutely do believe that it impacted my mental health, my focus, my presence in a positive way. But long term, this is not the path that I'm going to be going, and I'm absolutely going to be minimizing the commitment, making it shorter, and working on staying consistent from here on out. So look guys, new camera, new me. We got a lot of awesome content coming up. Currently in the middle of a challenge of 100 pull-ups every single day for the month of April. If you're looking to tune into that or anything else, or you're just looking to simplify the process of getting healthy, losing weight, building muscle, tap that subscribe button. And also if you're looking for our methodologies, we've got free training in the description below. It's going to walk you through how what we do is so simple compared to most other diets when it comes to losing weight and getting healthy, and how you can learn it and how you can implement it in your own life. So check that out. Besides that, I appreciate you guys. Let me know what your experience with meditation has been in the comments below. Put a lot of work into these videos, and I'm working on getting better and better and better, and it's truly meaningful when people leave comments. I read every comment. I try to reply to most of them, and it is really just an encouraging thing for me to see that people are watching and enjoying what I put out. So I appreciate you guys a ton. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and of course, as always, make sure to eat smart, move more, sleep deep, and be grateful for this moment. I'll see you in the next video.